first thing I should comment on, what a great turnout for an exhibition match for volleyball. I mean, it's a lot of good volleyball going on out there. Two great programs, such a showcase for the state of Kentucky. And to see our fan base turn out like that was something that is a real impact for our players, especially during two-a-days and in a time when they're really, really fatigued. So good to see everybody in Diddle. As far as the match goes, just really, really pleased that we were able to use our entire roster and get a lot of quality work in game atmospheres. And so we'll grow from this. We did some things well. We did some things poorly. Kentucky did the same. Nothing's less relevant than the outcome of the scores. It was a lot of fun to just get to compete. So, questions?
Hey, Coach. Nice to finally meet you in person.
Right.
So I just have a question. So last time you guys had a match on PK was in April of this year. Just how are you generally feeling about how this is?
Well, I mean, Kentucky is, we return intact. Kentucky is a team that's replacing three, just electric, stellar, high-level Division I college volleyball players. And so they have a really talented roster with a lot of nice pieces. And, they're going to be right there at the end of this thing again this year. They're so talented and so well coached. And, but he's doing what you should do in an exhibition. He's, working on a lot of different things and trying a lot of different lineups and, trying to figure out which setter he's going to go with. And it's hard to catch a rhythm and stay there when you're making as many changes as we both were really. So it was just a good competition on both sides, and I think we're both going to be better from this.
What did you see today that you would like to improve on specifically?
Didn't love how we defended. I still think, we hit for a great percentage, but we also gave up a pretty high percentage. And, part of that is Kentucky is really, really talented and did some good things, but we know the difference. Our kids know the difference. There's certain plays. Kentucky took some swings that you just move on to the next play. But then we also had some that we know we left out there that we need to execute and score in transition from. And so there was some of both of those things, but overall the defensive part of it, not thrilled with, I think, but it'll be great film. We got exposed in some ways, and we'll get back in the gym and keep working.
So what do you see from Jennifer Kennedy and Katie Howard today? Just great to see some of those young kids go out there and play. We have a very talented roster. The fourth set of that was literally, we pulled All-American off the floor, All-American off the floor, Setter of the Year off the floor. We pulled all these kids off the floor and just kind of threw them to the wolves out there, and they stood tall and they made plays, and that's what they're here to do. I'm surprised that they were as sound as they were in terms of execution, because they played a pretty clean set to be such a young group. But I'm not surprised that they can make plays. That's what they were brought here to do. And, a couple of those young kids, Kelsey Brangers and Katie Howard those kids are gamers. They're kids that you throw them out there in that atmosphere, you expect them to look a little spooked. And those two kids were ready to roll. They looked like they belonged out there in those moments. And that's good for our team. It adds depth to our team, and it gives us different options. And, when you don't want to have to live and die with a kid having an off night or an on night, and we're going to be 18 strong this year. And if a kid's struggling, again, you look at what our Olympic volleyball team did, and you see a kid like Jordan Thompson, who goes out there and is leading the Olympics in scoring, go down with an ankle injury, and Annie Drews comes in and they never skip a beat. And that's what high level teams have the ability to do, and we hope to be one of those. Just one last question. So you're keeping the same starting roster as last season. Do you feel like that has an advantage on the team?
Well, it's nice. You know what to expect out of kids. Our lineup it could still change in a week. We've still got a week before we open up in South Bend, Indiana, and it may be exactly what you saw. Those kids have played at a pretty high level and have won a lot of matches, but we'll look at this film. We'll continue to practice against one another, and we'll let the cream rise to the top. But, iron sharpens iron, right? And we're getting better every day. And the big message in the locker room after the match was, this is how we can get better. If our second side will play at that level every day in our practice, then we've got a chance to get better every single day. And that's what my mission has been early in preseason.
Coach, how much confidence does an exhibition like tonight with this environment give you for this team?
Well, it gives me confidence, not because of the outcome of games, because that's so super irrelevant. But again, I'm not really measuring any of it by the outcome of games. I'm measuring it by the look in the eyes, and we had kids that felt like they belonged. And more importantly, we had kids that were, it was a beautiful comment from KJ in our locker room afterwards, talking about how cool it is to see all of our freshmen 8 days after they got here, seeing them going out and having success doing things that they couldn't do before they got here. And that's moving forward, and that's growing as a team, and those are things that excite us.
For an exhibition, what's your message, I guess, to the people that did come and to people that didn't make it tonight?
Yeah. Man, Diddle Arena sure is a special place. When it's got a group of people in there filled up, red towels waving. But here's the thing. We had 2,000 people for an exhibition. That's awesome. That's a huge step for our program, okay? But we need to build on that, and we need to grow. And I'm telling you, I've been at this school going into my 27th year now, and when that fight song starts and I see red towels waving in the stands, the hair still stands up on my arms every single time. It just did talking about it. And I love this place, and I love this community, and I love this group of kids that I'm coaching. And I'm just telling you, the people that came, I have a feeling will want to come back. It's a lot of fun to watch, and I think anybody that comes in this community, it will be worth your while, because it is not boring to watch these young women play volleyball, and we're excited about getting them in here during the regular season.
All right. Guys, we don't have questions.
Okay. Nice to finally see you guys on Zoom.
I know.
So I just want to tell you guys something. If you don't remember, in April, the third set, you guys fell 25-10. Today, in the last set, scoring at 28-26. So just how does that feel for you guys? Like, how have you guys improved? Because obviously it's a huge difference basically today.
I would just say that we're a lot more comfortable right now. We've only been in the gym a week with the coaches, but like Travis alluded to, we have the second team right now, and they are pushing us every single day. They're playing amazing, out of their minds. I mean, the freshmen, all the way down the list. Our roster is very deep this year, and I think that's just going to set the bar for where we in this season, and it's obviously set the bar for where we were today. We came out really strong, and I'm just really proud of our team for putting that together.
So you had mentioned that second team. How are you guys feeling with that?
I feel great. Like, every day in practice, Katie Howard, I look at her and I'm like, I gotta step up my game. She's coming after me, and I'm like, I have to do this really well. And they're just pushing all of us really, and every day they're getting better and better, and it's making us the vets we gotta get on it too.
So I know you kind of already asked you guys this, but I just wanted to dive deeper in it. So there have been 4 months since that last match against UK in April. What have you guys been focusing on this summer and training in the gym and stuff this past week?
We've been kind of heavy focused on defense, and even tonight, our defense could be much better, and so that's what we've been mostly focusing on, serving, passing, blocking, and that's just our main focus.
Yeah, and really just the details. A lot of things we're doing really well, the big things that Travis talks about, but it's the little things that win championships. Mm-hmm. And that's some of the stuff that we left on the court, I believe, when we were in the Sweet 16. There's some things that we need to work on, and we have been working on them, and hopefully it just multiplies and we're able to come out and just do what we did, once again, and just keep pushing and making ourselves better every day.
Avri, I'll start with you, but then KJ, go ahead and answer this as well. What was it like playing in that atmosphere for an exhibition? Almost 2,000 people in there.
When I first walked out, I was actually a little nervous because we haven't had that many people in a year, And so, like, at first I was nervous, but then, like, I got kind of, like, settled down, and I was like, this is pretty amazing. Like, they were cheering for everything, and, like, when I was on the bench with Katie was like, this is just, like, we yell on the bench, but, like, we can't even hear ourselves. Like, they're just so loud behind us.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing to see. I mean, just coming in as a freshman, being here with Jess, Alyssa, Sydney, all of them, and just watching what they built and then watching our program continue to grow every year since I've been there from that is mind-blowing. I mean, we did not have crowds like that. And so to see this is mind-blowing. And like Avri said, I mean, we're literally yelling at the team and they can't hear us because it's super packed and it's fun and it makes the environment, like, it just makes you feel great. Like, wow, we've really stuck together, and Travis has been so amazing, and we've worked so hard to get here. And just know that the community, like, cares that much for us to come out and show that much support. I mean, you can't take that away from us. Like, that's just memories that we hold on to for the rest of our lives. So it's awesome.
And then I guess either one of you can answer this. You know, what is, I kind of asked Travis the same thing. What's your message to the people that did come tonight and the people that didn't come tonight? Whoever.
I mean, if you didn't come tonight, you should, because you missed a hell of a game. Like, we're just really great. And if you just, like, you're missing out. Like, you should really come out and see us. Like, it's a good atmosphere. We're good people, and you get a good show.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just being there is a great environment for everyone. I mean, I see the fans smiling, getting up and cheering on game point. That's just something that you don't want to miss. I think any sports atmosphere, it's just awesome. You know, everyone wants to be a part of that. And so just come out. If you didn't come out, hopefully we'll put on a show for you. And, you know, hopefully you want to come back again and watch us. And just the more support we have from the community is it just raises our level and makes us want to play better, even for you guys, because we know that you're taking time out of your day to come see us.
So I did have one more thing, speaking of that. So I saw at least two high school volleyball teams come today. So just, like, how does that feel in another girls
Just knowing that we make an impact on the community around us is really nice. I mean, I remember being a high school player and looking up to college athletes and being like, wow, I want to be that one day. So, you know, it raises our level, like who we are when we walk around this campus. Like, that logo doesn't leave us. You know, we have to stay on top of ourselves, on top of each other. Like, how good can we be on and off the court? And just being a presence and hopefully role models for those young girls is just a great feeling. I mean, just today I looked up in the stands and saw one of the teams and Nadia's face was plastered all over their shirts. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome to know that we make an impact like that on this community.